Hi, everyone. Um, okay, I'll try to be quick. Actually, my story really is about how unpredictable our lives are. One day could be calm, and another day could be tumultuous. So it's very unpredictable. So my day started on a Monday in the month of March, and it was a normal day. I woke up and we were planning, we were having actually planning a meeting with a new client and who wanted to meet me and my team. So woke up in the morning and my two boys, one who is a writer with us, one of our writers, and the other who is a project manager. So it was like a family trip. So we've never done that with any client, very seldom, but this time just three of us, we went to meet up with the client. There were three of us and there were six of them. It was a very easy, no stress, nothing, me kind of meeting. And after that, I said to them, let's go back to the office for lunch. Good thing I didn't have lunch where I was, which was KL Central, okay? So we went back and we were having lunch, and halfway, I suddenly felt dizzy and I felt a headache. So, and I noticed as I was talking, I started slurring. So my eldest son, Leon, has a very loud voice. He was actually talking about something. And I realized that during our condition, whether we are sick or whatever, it's hearing, which still works very well. I could hear his voice still blah, blah, talking about something. And then when he saw me, he just said, Mom, I think something is wrong with you. Let's take her to the hospital. He was telling my other son. And let's call up Papa. Because Nyon was upstairs in the office. He didn't join us for lunch. So actually, honestly, I didn't really know what happened much after that. But somehow I got into the car with Max next to me, and I felt a headache. And I told him, rub my neck. But before that, I actually told them, no need lah, no need lah. I think it will pass. You know how sometimes we feel a bit dizzy and we sit down with a headache and we think it will pass? Usually it passes, right? But anyway, there I was in a car, and after that, I really couldn't remember how I got out of the car. Later, I was told that the hospital people had a wheelchair, and I was already fainted, and took me straight to this, I think it was an MRI scan, straight into the round tube. Everything happened, which I don't remember, except I could hear very well. The instructions, they told me it's going to be loud in there and it's going to be cold and so on. I could hear all that while going through the tube. And also, I think someone told me, I'm going to insert a needle into your left thigh. He just told me that, I could remember. And I would like to, and this morning I told Nyom, I'm giving a testimony today. He said, really? What are you going to talk about? So then I said, this, that. And then he then started telling me that God's miracle actually started when I was unconscious. In fact, I told him, maybe you should be relating this. So he said, when we arrived at the hospital, I started texting church, our church, and our boys started texting Life Gen because they attend. Everyone was praying for you, he said, Then apparently it was what the doctor called the golden hour. If within the 4.5 hours, they can still kind of like clean up your brain. I had a stroke on the right side of the brain. They can inject with that injection catheter. It's called, anyway, there's a term for it. They can clean it up if it happens within 4.5 hours. After that, I'm not sure how they're going to treat it. So everything was done within that 4 hours. And when I came through, the first thing the doctor told me was, oh, you did fine. Your husband is here, your two boys are here, your daughter's on the way, your niece is here. I was thinking, wow, that sounds very serious, that he has to tell me that all these people. I think it's their way of wanting to comfort you. I think it's their way of doing it. So honestly, I think that the miracle that God did for me was when I was unconscious. So when I woke up and everything, and I was absolutely fine, I could walk by myself, and by Friday, I checked out. So all I could tell God, I know God was with me, especially when I was in the tube, the MRI. What can you do? You're so helpless lying there. Just be with God, pray to Him, and let him do the work for you, right? So after when all that was over, I did ask God, what is it you want to tell me? Is there something you want to reveal to me? Because you've helped me and I've gone through this turbulence. I'm still asking actually, but I'm glad that I'm standing here because it then gives my mind to research and search on it, what God is perhaps hoping to tell me. What I can remember is when Pastor Chu came, he said, thank God for everything. Because if you thank God for everything, the devil is weak and you can destroy the devil. So that's one of the way that I do to cut it short. But when we experience crisis, what do we do, right? I feel that is to remain in Jesus' presence. Just don't be fearful. That's how I felt when I was in the MRI tube. Reach out to him through your prayer, report to him in your prayers, and rest in his grace. He has absolute dominion and control over situation. In my case, definitely. I just want to share this verse in Matthew, and I think it's also in John, that when, behold, there arise a great tempest in the sea. I think many of us know this story, inasmuch that the ship has caused with the waves. But Jesus was asleep. Remember the story? And his disciple came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we are perishing, and there you are sleeping. And he said unto them, why are you fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose, and he rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. And Jesus does that. When we are fearful, when we are troubled, just rely on God. He is there for us. So I want to thank God because today is Sunday. I was Friday in Carey Island. Someone invited me to visit the place, for a potential new job. And we were sitting having tea at the veranda. And after that, I walked out to the greens and the compound. And it was such a beautiful landscape, and I thank God. I thank God for the beautiful landscape in front of me. And I want to share this photograph of me here. Immediately, I asked Max to take this picture. See how I leaned against the coconut tree? And the happy face that I have because God is good and God is with us. Okay, thank you.